Glucose is an essential nutrient for the body. Cells most dependent on glucose are red blood cells, brain cells, and tissues of the central nervous system. Most of the glucose the body uses comes from carbohydrates consumed in the diet. However, when carbohydrate intake is low, the body uses gluconeogenesis.
Gluconeogenesis is the hormone-triggered process of glucose synthesis from non-carbohydrate sources. Most of this process takes place in the liver, and the glucose formed is then released into the bloodstream.
Gluconeogenesis occurs in the reverse direction of glycolysis, but unlike glycolysis, which has three highly exergonic and non-reversible steps, gluconeogenesis can bypass these steps using specific phosphatases that remove the phosphate groups by hydrolysis.
Gluconeogenesis starts with pyruvate, which is then converted to oxaloacetate by pyruvate carboxylase. Oxaloacetate is then converted into phosphoenol pyruvate, or PEP, which is quickly turned into fructose 1,6-biphosphate. Fructose 1,6-biphosphate is then hydrolyzed into fructose 6-phosphate by fructose 1,6-biphosphatase. Fructose 6-phosphate is then turned into glucose 6-phosphate, which is almost immediately hydrolyzed into glucose by glucose 6-phosphatase. The final product, glucose, is then released into the bloodstream.
The non-carbohydrate substances gluconeogenesis utilizes to make glucose are amino acids, lactic acid, and glycerol. When amino acids are used, they enter the process at the conversion of pyruvate to oxaloacetate. These amino acids are called glucogenic amino acids and are catabolized into either pyruvate or oxaloacetate during gluconeogenesis. When lactate is produced by skeletal muscles during anaerobic physical activity, it is released into the bloodstream. It travels to the liver and gets converted to glucose during gluconeogenesis. Glycerol is the final non-carbohydrate source utilized. Triacylglycerol hydrolysis produces both fatty acids and glycerol. The glycerol is released from the adipose tissue and goes into the blood, where it also travels to the liver for conversion to glucose.
Overall, gluconeogenesis is an important body process. Its goal is to maintain homeostasis in the body by maintaining blood glucose levels. So when carbohydrate intake and blood sugars are low, gluconeogenesis is used.